I'm Octavian Postolache, and I will keep presenting some new elements related to the data science for farming optimization. Actually, data science plays nowadays an important role in optimization of the process associated with agriculture. Thinking about data science in farming, I can mention that farmers, scientists, managers, and technicians are using data science to optimize yields, improve the quality and crops quality by making better decisions concerning not only on watering, that means water delivery, but also thinking about nutrients, also the analysis of the seeds, and optimal administration of pesticides, insecticides, and, as I said before, fertilizers. It's very important when we apply these kind of things and in which quantities. Another thing is related optimization of operation like harvesting. When is the proper day of harvesting or the proper week of harvesting? We have here some other elements in synthesis where we can say about the adaptation of process, thinking about the climate change, and also we can mention the usage of data science, thinking about automatic irrigation system. One topic that was also considered in the other parts of my presentation. How about artificial intelligence and machine learning for farming? Artificial intelligence make headway into agriculture to enhance productivity and resource management. At the same time, AI can employ a solution for water and nutrients efficient administration. How we can do this? One way, to use drones to sense, to use remote sensing, and also the distribution of nutrients, of water. At the same time, we need to know how about the condition of the soil and how about the development of the plants in one of the region that we are interested in. Related farming, we have here different elements. The AI is applied mainly on the first development for water management. We know that water management is critical, and normally when the place where the irrigation is employed, the users are thinking that water stress will destroy their culture, and for this reason normally they spend more water than necessary. This involves spend more energy and increase the cost. We think that the AI can give an important contribution for precision farming methods and also contribute to develop specific tools. AI is part of disruptive technology with application in agriculture in the context of climate change, population growth, and food security problems. In general and in conclusion, AI is used to improve water efficiency in agriculture. This was a starting point. Nowadays, actually, we extend this for other kind of things like nutrition, nutrients, and also pesticide, harvesting period, and so on. Thinking about irrigation and smart irrigation, we notice that we can classify the irrigation in different types. One of the classical one is sprinkler irrigation, and we have here some AI-based irrigation system collects data from thermal and acoustic rain sensor that measure the intensity of rainfall to schedule the next irrigation. Based on analysis and calculation of this data, the system sends automatic notification to sprinklers to prevent overwatering or extensive use of water. This is one of the AI applications in this kind of irrigation system. We have also center pivot irrigation. In this case, in-field sensor provide data insight to AI-based system that controls cycle, irrigation sprinklers, and adjust the stream or angle of water flow. We have also drip and micro irrigation. The water is applied directly at the plant roots that ensure uniform distribution, reduce the evaporation and runoff, and improve irrigation efficiency. In this case, AI algorithms can be applied to precisely control the amount of water to be applied for a specific crop. That means personalization for specific crop. Even if we are using, let's say, economical way, drip and micro irrigation. At the same time, we can speak about AI analytics for data-driven water management decision. The quality of crops depend on appropriate amount of watering. We know very well this. But also we need to have information about soil moisture and how, in which way we can maintain this humidity in soil. How right amount of water to get the preferred yield and quality. This is a big question. Sometimes, as I mentioned before, normally more water is delivered, and this means that is not very economical, and we waste water. And the way that we can save water and save cost is to use AI data-driven. And we have here AI-based agriculture system are using a range of data sets such satellite imagery that was mentioned, temperature, humidity, climate, and weather prediction. And based on this, we can make a specific automation control for irrigation system and also nutrient delivery according to the type of the plant. This will aid all these tools based on artificial intelligence will aid farmers in making optimal water management decision so as to waste water phenomena will be less present and also will have a conserving energy. Thinking about AI analytics for data-driven water management decision, we notice that evaporation, a water cycle that covers both evaporation and transpiration, has a long been K parameter for creating a crop-specific irrigation. We have nowadays a modern satellite imagery that, and also in some cases, a remote sensing based on UAV for a reduced region that help farmers to estimate an improved assessment of daily rainfall and potential evaporation without the need for site-specific calibration. It's also important here to underline the role of geographic information system that can be very useful to store information about different regions of the field, and based on this during the day and during the year, based on historical data, we can generate more accurate water prediction. And now several elements about rice case in the case of farming process optimization in Portugal. Rice is very important, and it's an important farming product in Portugal, and however exist some opportunities and constraints related to application of data science for rice farming. We can make some we can mention some elements about the technological innovation in general and in Portugal that include satellite aircraft guidance technology to spread the seed eventually across the beds, sowing by automatic or robotic machine, laser technology, the usage of the drones, and automatic harvesting and threshing. However, all these elements can produce, some of them can produce data, and the contribution of data science to rice farming become important concerning sustainability, seeking to optimize the use of resource and to increase the farming yields. Here we have the modern technology that can include sensors to bring information from the land and to, based on data, to develop data-driven process on, let's say, rice, wet rice from seed to harvest process optimization.
Wet rice from seed to harvest process. Amazing modern agriculture technology. This mini tractor, although has a small appearance in comparison with other traditional tractors, but it actually holds the capacity of bulls. It comes with a comfortable size with a plow attached at the back, which not only assists in the balancing of the fields, this tractor is particularly designed for plowing purposes only. Other than this feature, it doesn't destruct the balance of the land because of its special machinery plow. It's designed with a complete cover that doesn't let the sand disperse, but remain at the same place when the plowing process is being carried. This ultimately helps the seeds to get well mixed with the land that ultimately results in the best growth of the crops. Now, before going further, I'd like all of you to please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get notifications and updates regarding important videos on our YouTube channel. Rice plantation. With the assistance of 2 workers, this machine carries the minimal plants of rice and grows it in the land with a greater balance. The workers are only supposed to place the trays of the plants at the back of the machine that escalates it downward by sending it to the plower. Then the plower, which comes at a rotary function, fixes the plants in the land. Additionally, it's built with thin and flexible tires which never devastate the conditions of the land, and it can easily function in the land which is watered. As the plantation of rice is carried in wetland, especially with a great level of water present in it, and this is a crucial element to be carried for bestowing perfect growth to the rice seeds. Other than utilizing such types of machinery, it would be a hectic process to carry the plantation of rice plants if this was carried manually. Agricultural Wonder Drone. This is something seriously crazy. A helicopter that floats above the plants to carry out the watering procedure for them. It roams above the surface and sprinkles water on the plants so that the minimum watering requirements are met for their perfect growth. It is basically designed with a tub attached at the bottom with 5 sprinklers that sprinkle the water. It all needs one worker who's supposed to operate the helicopter by remote control. It can cover a wide range of area until the worker's sitting within the range of the control sensors where the mini helicopter can catch its command. Rice harvesting. Moving in a straight manner with plucking each plant of wheat and oats. This is what's made by the organization which is known as Yanmar. Its operations are very smooth, and the machine itself is very friendly and easy to operate. It's not made with tires, but instead it comes with crawlers which can make its movement more flexible and easier. It entails only one worker who operates the machine. The attached plucker at the front pulls the plants and sends them to the escalator that in a balanced manner passes them to the main body, which saves the seeds and threshes the leftovers by spreading them on the field. Additionally, its speed is very much optimized, which can cut several fields within hours that ultimately saves more time for the farmers. Similarly, at the last of the operations, the giant trunk throws the seeds in the truck. The overall process that was supposed to be carried by a series of workers is being carried by this truck only. Thanks to the manufacturers for helping the farmers out there and making their jobs fun too. Cam Colvin. The manner of operations is as the same as Yanmar as you watched about, but the only thing that differentiates Cam Colvin is its size and the modes of operations it carries. It has a rotary plucker attached to the front which covers a wider area than its actual size. It has a slower speed than Yanmar. The best part of this tractor is that it can hold the seeds in its bucket that's placed and made on top of it. Similarly, it also spreads the plants left over on the field as Yanmar does. As you can see, the other tractor, which is manufactured by CAT, runs faster than Colvin, but each of them is perfect at their point and area. It's expected to take some time as Yanmar does because it covers more area and plucks more plants at the same time as Yanmar. No doubt each of them is harnessing the farmer's potential to carry their job with fun and enjoyment.
Thinking about the wine case, it's also an important farmer product. Important Portuguese farming products, and here we have again some opportunities and constraints on data science application. It's very known, the usage of drone to extract information about the water stress in the winery yards, and the usage of the data in order to optimize the irrigation for this culture. The economic importance is driving the development and application of innovative methods and technology for monitoring of vineyards. And here we have some elements of data science in grape growing may be used to measure automated sensor measuring intra-field variability, soil parameter, crop load, canopy size, irrigation requirements, and so on. Model measures are used to construct geospatial maps of key relationships, like we can see here. Manage information is used to spatially alter cultural practice to reduce variability in parcel yield, improve the quality, and increase yield. We can speak here about aerial photography and satellite imagery to monitor crops and merge the image with GPS to improve vineyard management, and ultimately the wine quality can be reported. At the same time, data science may be also helpful in many different aspects of winemaking. We have the grapes, but we want to make a good wine. Product innovation and new marketing strategy became fundamental to fulfill customers' expectation. And here we have some elements where data science can be very important. Improving the product characteristics like sparkling wine or diet wine, or by adopting macro-oxygenation that adds oxygen to the wine as it ferments to help improve the taste. Data science, we have here some confusion matrix that present here a set of elements associated with different type of wine. And in conclusion, we can mention that objective methods applied to evaluation of agroecological potential and optimization of agricultural operation, management and decision can be very interesting in precision agriculture. IoT ecosystem that include distributed smart sensing characterized by local and remote sensing, as well as the data communication, edge, fog and cloud computing, data processing and analysis can handle farm data making, the decision, the precision agriculture and extended reality. Smart farm analytics are the key of customized solution for each farm to improve the yield in the context of climate change. And not at the end, but one of the important part is data science technique that have an important potential to add value across each farming stage and can streamline food processing value chains, starting from selection of right agri inputs, controlling irrigation, assessing market price, finding the best selling point and getting the right price. This is optimization in agriculture. Thank you for your attention.